Okay, so this is really exciting. Oliver from Glou Glou reached out to me for this pedal, Flancher. It's an honor, honestly. It's a flanger. It's one of 4 that he developed. All of them being fully stereo bucket brigade devices that are CV controlled. You know, you may see these and be like, what are they? So it's a pedal, obviously, but this is for modular synthesis, like rack gear. And you can control different drum machines through CV, and I'm looking forward to trying that out later, but for those who even just plug in their guitar, this thing's sick. And what makes it really cool is the fact that not just that it's stereo. What I love about stereo in general is the fact that we have 2 ears, and the distinctions, the subtleties that each ear picks up creates a width that we love and, you know, are looking for when we produce music. When you have the control to add those subtle nuances, you're able to create that width in a lot of different creative ways. So to have the independent control on the left and the right for both the depth and the time, it's just super cool. And you don't even have to do that. Basically, if you're wondering...
So I've had some time with Flancher, and I really like it. You could use it on all different types of things. So I wanted to make a track that shows that, and we're going to go through one by one and show how I used it on all elements of this track: clean guitar, distorted guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. And I'm happy with how it came out, so let's check it out. I'll just show you in my DAW, one by one, how I implemented Flancher on it, starting with the clean guitar. So right there, you hear me ramping up the speed knob, essentially. To really high. And then you can push that with a high depth to create really gnarly oscillations, which I do right here. The distorted guitar, I actually planned on having like an overdrive type of distortion, but the distortion that I was getting from the Psuedo Ring Mod territory was cool enough for me. So literally this whole track, I didn't use any other effects pedals and very minimal plugins other than Flancher. So just to show you which plugins I did use, for those cares, it's really just a Wolfpack compressor on the 2 guitar buses, and then a vocal rider just to help with the dynamics. And then I do have an EQ on the drums. There's some like really high pitch squeakiness that I got, so I just tamed that a little bit. But that's it. Everything else that you're hearing effects wise is just the flanger, which I think is awesome because, yeah, just check it out. So this lead guitar it's not distorted, it's just really high speed settings, and that gets into the ring mod territory that I was talking about. All right, let's move on to bass. Turn back the mix knob on this one, just as a... And then the drums, I had some dry signal blended in. And then I ended up taking that out because I liked it better, and it sounds like this. Shout out to AJ Hall for this breakbeat. And then I did do some automation here. Besides that, the only other automation that I did was panning. Some stuff on the panning. It starts off center and then widens with the drum. So for the vocals, this is something that you guys could actually do with most flangers, I should say. If you bring the depth all the way to minimum, essentially that makes the time knob be a manual control for where that LFO, where the delayed signal, the wet signal, is kind of like oscillating at a stagnant point in the EQ frequency. So it could kind of be like used similarly to how I did that EQ plugin. Not exactly, but yeah, it's cool. Again, for this effect, I actually changed the time of the left and right in sync to make it seem like more one cohesive effect. So again, it's cool to have like the variance for the left and the right stereo signal for that depth and the time. But sometimes, especially when messing with manual like this, it's nice to synchronize the movement between them. But yeah, let's listen to the full thing, everything in context. Again, the only pedal effect that I used on all of these tracks was Flancher. I did have some compression on the guitars, volume automation on the vocals, and a little bit of a high-pass shelf EQ for the drums, but that's it. Yeah, so I hope you liked it. So that's just some of the many ways that you could use Flancher. That's the Flancher 9, and if you're interested in checking out more about this device or any of the other 3 Flanchers, go to Glou Glou's website. Thank you, Glou Glou, for sending me this device. I'm gonna like using this for a long time coming. It's a really cool tool to have in the studio, and it may inadvertently have been the thing that got me to get into modular synthesis. And for anybody interested, I created something very exciting. It's called Noise Nerds. It's a Discord server for all noise nerds. You know, I love noise. I'm a nerd. You know, if you're a noise nerd yourself, come join. We'll chat, hang out, share some cool tips and tricks, or whatever we want to. So yeah, stay awesome, guys.
Okay.
Okay, babe, what's that?
Oh, hey. Okay. Well, no, I've already talked about it.
Tell me. What is that?
Okay, so this is Flancher 9. It's made by Glou Glou.